Hi and welcome to this lesson on using CSS, which is cascading style sheets, to really tweak and change your theme to make sure that it's in line with your branding and your business. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to your website and go to whichever page or whichever section you actually want to amend. You're going to then hover over that section. So I'm going to take, for example, this My Account button up here in the top right hand corner. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to click on the Inspect tool. Once I click on the Inspect tool, you'll then see here is a bit of HTML coding, and on the right hand side you will see some CSS. Okay, so if I hover over this section, it will bring up a nav-primary, and A means it's a link, and you'll see that the font family is this font, and we've got font sizing, and we've got text transform, which is none. Text transform is whether it's uppercase or lowercase. Okay, so if I play around here and I change, for example, this to 16, that's going to amend to 16. Now this doesn't actually implement while we're doing it here on this Inspect Element tool. We'll have to actually go and put this in the Customize section of our website. But what we can do is we can play around, and once we're 100% happy with this, so let's actually change it to 22. I can also change the color. So if I put color, I can put the hex code. So perhaps the hex code is F2, F2, F2. I can pop that in. And if I'm happy with that, what I'll simply do is I'll copy this whole thing, right click, copy it. Then in the majority of themes in your Customize section, and we'll open this in a new tab, and I'll show you exactly where you'll find the section that you'll want to pop it in. So that's just loading, and then I'll show you. Okay, so we're here in our Customize section, and of course your Customize section will look maybe a little bit different to what other themes look like, but most of your themes in the Customize section will have an additional CSS here. So we want to come down to here, click on additional CSS, and as you can see, I've already popped in quite a bit of CSS for this theme. So this has really tweaked and changed it so that it's in line with the branding. Okay, so what I can do is I'll come to the top here, and what I just copied, I will pop that in there, and you'll notice that it changes, and I can just click publish. You don't actually have to have all of this there. We can take that out. We can take this out. So it's only the ones that we amended. And we can click publish, and we can go back to our website. Once that has saved, we can go back to our website and we can click refresh, and you'll notice that will change on the back end. So that has published, and I'll click refresh. And of course, then it will be live and it will be exactly as I changed it. Now, if I go back to my Customize and I remove that and click publish, and I go back and refresh my site, then it will go back to exactly what I want. Now, the majority of themes do also give you options to change fonts, to change the colors, etc. in the back end. So for example, this theme has your colors, so you can walk through this and change your colors here. But if there's a specific section that you want to be a specific color, then you would use your CSS to do this. Now let's say, for example, we'd actually like to install a Google font on the website and use it for the My Account area or the menu. What we'll do is we'll go to Google Fonts. We'll choose our font, so we'll choose this Open Sans, for example. We will actually open it. We'll then select this font. We'll open the section and we'll go to the @import, and what we'll do is we will just copy this section. Now, of course, you can customize it so that it includes all of these other weights and font styles. But for now, we're just going to choose the regular. We're going to go to embedded. We'll copy this @import. So copy that. We'll go back to customize. We'll add it in our CSS section. So we'll paste it at the top here. Okay. And then let's say, for example, we'd like to change this font at the top to Open Sans. We'll go here again, inspect, just to get the actual CSS class. So there it is there, and you can see it's got a font family. So we'll copy this. Then we'll pop that in underneath, and we'll make sure that every CSS class we have open has an open curly brackets and a close curly brackets. And of course, if you make a mistake, it shows you errors, which, there we go, shows me errors. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're just going to change this font family to the Open Sans. So again, we can go back to Google Fonts. We can see the exact CSS rule we need to put in. We will copy that and we will paste it in here, and you will notice the font changes. Now, what if I want to change the font to the whole website? Okay, depending on the theme, that will really depend on the theme, but what you can do is you can scroll down and kind of find the body of the website. So if I'm here in the right hand section with the CSS, I can scroll down and I can see our body copy is that Laura. If it's sort of scraped out like this, then you'll notice you'll scroll up and you'll see that the font is actually declared somewhere else. So that font takes preference. Now, if I hover over, let's say this section, you'll see, scroll down, the body copy becomes Laura. So then I would simply take body, copy that, or we could copy this whole section here, put it in here, and make sure we close the brackets, take out the color because we're happy with the color, and then we will basically copy this and pop it in there. Okay, and then if I scroll down, you can see my font has changed. And what I often use is a handy Chrome extender, which is called What the Font, and I basically hover over that section and it will show me which font is coming up. So if I hover over these sections, it doesn't seem to work in the theme section, so I can't really show you, but you can see that has changed to Open Sans. Okay, so that's just a brief overview and a very simple tutorial guide on using CSS to really tweak and change your theme to make sure that it's 100% in line with your branding.